And what up everybody, it's Anime Junkie here. Welcome to part 9 to What If Deku Was Iron Man, and now let's get to the intro.
I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Writing, trying to get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feeling sane. And it's slowly feeling flames, feeling fire from my brain. Praying more, please still, no glory.
Okay guys, last time we left off, Deku just won the sports festival. He came first in the sports festival, and he was allowed to use all of his different weapons and abilities from the support course, or the time he was in support course, because he's also in the support course class and the hero course class. So he was allowed to use all of his gadgets and all the help that he got from the support course. So yeah, now guys, I have no idea which hero course he's actually, not hero course, but which internship he's actually gonna go to, or I'm talking about Tony. I have no idea which internships he's gonna go to. I have no idea. So tell me in the comments below which internship he's gonna be going to. The Endeavor's agency, someone else's agency, I don't really know, but tell me in the comments below. But it's not really gonna be important in this arc or in the Stain arc, because he's not going to be there. And I also want to ask if you want, actually, I mean in the previous part, a lot of people were asking what if I was in My Hero Academia. If you guys want me to do a what if like that, I might do it. I've been thinking of this a long time ago, because of course I do what ifs, and I wanted to know what I would do in the series if I was there. So yeah, I might do it if you guys actually say I should do it. But a lot of people were asking about it, so I might actually do it. But let's move on. In the Stain arc, I think the people that are gonna fight there are gonna be, actually I think Tony Stark would be here. Yeah, I think he would be there. So Ida would of course go after Stain in the Hosu City attack. Then I think Steve would actually find this out. He's like, Ida's been acting weird ever since this hero killer Stain attacked him, so he would actually be suspicious. So instead of actually going with All Might's or Night Eye's agency, because he knows Night Eye was the sidekick of All Might, so instead of going with him, he actually chooses the decision to go with the lower agency in Hosu City to watch after Ida. So he would do the same thing that Deku did, and trying to look for Ida, and to find out if he isn't gonna do anything stupid. So of course Todoroki's also gonna be there. I think Tony would be smart and actually like give the entire team a special Avengers number that they can basically message to, and whenever that message does come up on the group chat or whatever, everybody knows that they need to go there, somebody's in trouble or whatever. So I think it would be smart and actually put that in, and everybody knows that. So Ida wouldn't be doing that, because Ida is way too overbent in rage and all that stuff. So Steve would know the best people who can arrive is Deku or Tony, because he has that flying equipment and he can send help from any direction in the world. So he would send a message to Tony, and he would also know that Todoroki is probably going to be nearby. Or he would probably send the entire Avengers team a message, and whoever can come, they will come. Because there's no way he would actually know if Todoroki is there or not. So Todoroki would arrive, and they would have the fight, and then instead of Tony arriving, one of his suits would arrive. It's just an empty suit, but it's flying, and Tony can actually see through it. So he can talk to other people through like this mic or something, or a speaker, and he would tell them, okay, I'm not in this suit, it's just a suit, so I'm just here to help because I'm busy at my agency and it's too far away. So it was like, okay, thanks for your help. And they would take Stain down, and they'll be really impressed, because these two people that actually came to help, no, three people that actually came to help their friend in need. First is this Steve dude, and I think Stain would also appreciate and admire Captain America, because he was also a true hero. So he would also, he's like, oh, you're Captain America's son, you're really good, your father was a really good hero, and it seems like you are too. And he would also say good, or basically praise Tony and Todoroki, because they came in a moment's notice to help their friend. So, and then Stain would be basically taken out, and Endeavor would get the attention for that. I don't really know what it would be, but he would get the praise for that, because the Endeavor was there. He probably did take out the hero killer Stain, and the dog dude or the head of the police comes in and tells the student what they did wrong, and they would tell them the everything or all the attention and the achievements for this will go to Endeavor, and it will be shown to the public that he was the one who took down Stain. And guys, today I'll only be uploading one video. It's pretty late again. It's like 8 o'clock and I won't be able to make 2 videos today, so I'm sorry about that, but I probably will be able to do 2 or 3 videos tomorrow. Maybe just 2, but tomorrow's school, remember, so I can't really do that much because I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. And yeah, I'll probably only be able to do 2 videos today, not today, tomorrow, and only 1 video today because I can't really do it because of the time. So yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock, so yeah. Anyways, so after the internship arc and the Stain arc, they basically go to school, they have the test and all that stuff. People basically were scared, like, you were in the Stain arc or Hozu City where you're like attacked or something, and Deku doesn't really get asked by that because they don't really know that Deku sent like a suit over to help them out, because they don't really know that they were attacked by the hero killer Stain, so they don't know anything about Deku being in the situation, because he really wasn't, only his suit was. So they do the test. Deku and Bakugo would actually be in this one, or maybe I think everything would be the same, or yeah, Deku and Bakugo would be here. Steve and someone else would be somewhere else, because yeah, you know, Deku and Bakugo, because they were childhood friends, and I think Deku and Ida should also go, but I think Ida would still be with someone else because they're versing All Might, and the strongest person that can or would be fair to verse All Might would be Bakugo and Deku, because they have the equipment to back them up, and Bakugo has the explosion power to actually back him up, and Ida with his kicks won't really do anything to All Might, so it'd be just like, it won't really be fair. So All Might versing students is still not fair, but if he did have to verse them, it would be Deku and Bakugo because they're one of the strongest. Actually, no, let's change that. Let's do Steve and Deku versus All Might, because Steve, he has the connection with All Might, and he has like One for All and stuff, and Tony would actually have a support from All Might, because All Might respects his knowledge and all the stuff he created, so I think Tony would also be there, and I think those are the 2 closest people with All Might, so I think they would basically be together, and they're also friends because they're on the same team and they hang out with each other, so yeah. So they would attack. Tony would basically go on the long range shots because he has long range attacks. Steve would actually go up close and personal and starts basically attacking them, and then Tony would realize, like, wait, All Might can barely fly. He might be able to jump, but we would still be able to beat him. So he actually still basically fights him like long range, but when he's fighting him, he actually calls in his other suits on his computer, or asks Jarvis to do it, and Jarvis would send in like 10 suits, and they would start fighting All Might as soon as they get there, and Tony would basically grab Steve and they would just fly over All Might, and All Might would try to get them, but the suit would still block them, because if All Might's in the air, the suits can also fly, so they can still distract All Might. So they would get out of the way and go through the tunnel or the gate, and they will pass. Suits will basically fly off, and they were damaged, so they will get repaired, but it's nothing. It's nothing that Deku can't handle. So after this, All Might would ask, he's like, wait, who was in those who was in those suits? And he was like, no one was in those suits. They were just robots programmed by my AI software that I created. And All Might would be like, that's really useful. So after this testing, they will be going to Island. Finally, I'm doing the movie. I still had to research about it, but yeah, I'm finally doing it, and they're basically going to Island, and Deku would basically go there because he got #1 in the sports festival, so he's allowed to take 1 person with him. So he decides to take Momo because, of course, they're dating, and they're also married, by the way. So he decides to take Momo with him, or yeah, with him. I almost said with her. With him, and they basically go to Island, and All Might also takes Steve because remember Steve is the next successor of One For All, so he also goes there, just like Deku did, because All Might is also going there. So Steve goes there, and I think Tony and Momo would basically bring up, well, shouldn't we just get the entire class there? And Tony was like, okay, I can do that. And he would assign tickets to the entire class. They would come along in the same airship that they're going, and the entire class would go with Tony, Momo, and yeah, they'll be really thankful. And then they're finally there. They get their formal dresses on. Oh, they also do that test that they had to like destroy the robots. Tony would basically do the best because, or not, he wouldn't really do the best because he has like multiple like shooting objects, so he basically like shoot them in long range, like scan the entire tower, find the different robots, and then shoot them with bullets or something from like the ground. So he doesn't really need to do anything. Todoroki would get the best score because he has like the ice attack. He would do that. Then it's Deku, then maybe Baku. No, not Baku. Yeah, Bakugo, and then we have no. It's Steve and then Bakugo last. So instead of Deku and Melissa being together and talking to each other, it would be actually Steve and Melissa, and they would do the whole thing, and the attack would happen. All Might would get captured by the villains, and let's leave it up there because I don't really want to finish the entire story or entire movie yet because it's 10 minutes now. And I hope you guys like, because it really does help the channel out. Make sure to subscribe to join the family and hit the bell icon for my future videos. And as always, Anime Junkie out.